How you doing there, legend? Evening, evening, evening. Alrighty then, alrighty then. Woo, let me wake up a little bit. I'm so tired. Are you ready to hear from the crazy guy? Are you ready to hear from the crazy guy? He's so crazy. Hey, what's up there, good brother Steve? If you notice, in history, and I don't claim to know a lot of history, I leave that up to the blackety black type folks. Thank you, legend. Thank you so much. If you look in history, a lot of the people they call crazy turn out to be genius. Turn out to be genius. See, a lot of times people call you crazy, not because you are suffering from mental defect, mental disorder. People call you crazy because you don't think like them. Not too long ago, if you said I was a follower of Noble Jew Ali, the average person in the soul community would say, "You're crazy. What is that stuff? Noble Jew Ali. That Morse what?" And then you would be called crazy if you was a Hebrew Israelite. See, they forgot those days. You forgot that those days, didn't you, Moore? You forgot those days, didn't you, pro-black? There was a time when among the so-called Negro, they didn't want to hear about Africa. They don't want to hear nothing about no pro-blackness. They don't want to hear none of that stuff. Y'all crazy. Marcus Garvey was crazy. Malcolm X was crazy. You may not believe it, but Harriet Tubman was crazy. Nat Turner definitely was crazy. You gonna do what to Massa? You crazy. You's a crazy Negro. Whenever you think outside the box, whenever you think differently from the norm, or what is societal acceptable, I guess that's how you would call it, you are called crazy. The men that flew for the first time at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, I believe it was, "I'm gonna fly." You crazy. The only one that can fly is birds and some bats and flies or whatever. You can't fly. Whenever you think outside the average, you crazy. I am so tired. I want to do something to cause that water to come into my house. I'm tired. You crazy. You better get your bucket and go out there and get your water. People with ideas, people with vision, people with creativity. Do you know? I'm going to say this. When Michael Jackson was doing Thriller, Michael Jackson was thinking 20 million. Nobody was on Michael's side. It was not realistic to them. Quincy Jones, the one who produced Thriller, told Michael, you might sell, not gonna happen, Michael, get realistic. There's no doubt Michael Jackson was a musical entertainment genius. He took the music video to a whole new level. He took music, the art form, to a whole brand new level. Everybody that was an entertainer, because of Michael Jackson, you gotta step up. Even the country singers had to step up. Just can't be doing the same old anymore. Then you got somebody in country music like Garth Brooks putting on these large shows. It ain't just about fang dangling and swinging a guitar. Michael Jackson took things to a whole new level. Genius changes the world. New ideas, new vision changes the world. Those who play it safe, those who are just comfortable in the way things are, they don't change nothing. So, I don't mind being called crazy because I would like to change the world. This world that I live in needs to be changed. Not only for the so-called Negro, not only for the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin, not only for us, soul brothers and sisters, there needs to be a change for humanity, the human being, the earthling, however you want to call yourself, earthling, the Asiatic person, African person, whatever, however you want to call yourself, all of those called earthlings or human beings in your current situation, if it continues at the rate that it's going, it's not going to be a beautiful. What's up there, Earth man? We want to try to save the earth. So welcome to my craziness. Peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. The Reality's Temple on Earth. I'm not talking about Planet X. I'm not talking about some spirit world. I'm talking about what we know of on the earth. Not talking about what we believe in the clouds, on the sun, in these other places. We're talking about on earth. I am the host of this program, the Mighty One, Angel Snub 7. I am also your soul brother number 1. I don't want to hold you long. I want to talk about, well, let me start by saying this, and we'll get to the conclusion where I want to take us here. How many of you experience the birth of a baby in your family? Now, of course, when you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children running around, it's sort of, it sort of messes with the thrill of having a baby. But you remember before baby number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you remember when it was nothing but adults basically, and somebody was expecting to bring the first baby that we had not seen in years? I know in my family, years and years and years went by, there was no babies. Like 10, 15 years or whatever, there was no babies. Nothing but adults and teenage children. There was no babies. So, somebody is expecting, and everybody, oh, the baby is on his way. The baby is on his way. Who's the little baby coming? Who's the little baby coming? Here comes the Earth Man. Good brother Steve. Legend of Reality. Here come the baby. Everybody excited. Can't wait to see the baby. And there's a whole, the teenagers, even some of the adults get jealous because all the attention goes to the baby. It's all about the baby. Why is it so much attention to the baby? Well, see, the number one reason why there's so much attention for the baby is because the baby everybody old. We know about you. You've been around a little while. So, the main draw to the baby is because the baby is brand new. And then you look at the baby, and the first thing people want to see what that baby looks like. Do the baby look like mama? Do the baby look like daddy? You want to examine the baby. And you see things. You want to see, do the baby have anything about the baby look like you? Oh, the baby got mama ears. Oh, the baby got daddy's forehead. And the baby can even look like grandpa, well, great-great-grandpa, who's been gone for 20, 25 years or longer. Hey, look, the baby got great-grandpa ears. And so, but everybody is excited about the baby because the baby is brand new. Now, the baby is not brand new. The baby is recycled water, recycled matter. That's what all of us are in this life. We are recycled. Some of us claim in a past life they was Shaka Zulu, they was Nat Turner, they was Harriet Tubman, Queen Cleopatra. Who knows? All this water, all this soil, all this air, everything on this earth is recycled. You might have water that went through Nat Turner that passed through your body. Or Queen Cleopatra. We really don't know. But what makes the baby brand new is that even though we are made of recycled materials, we are still brand new because This is our first, and it's going to be our last time to be on this earth. You will never see another Michael Jackson. You'll never see another Prince or Whitney Houston or Nat Turner. We are, whoo man, we are unique. We're not like nobody else that have ever lived before. Once we're gone, that's it. What brings value? When something is unique and it is rare, it has incredible value. That which is common. Like, say for instance in the comic book world. In the comic book world, the first issue of Batman is rare. Can't find it just anywhere. So the value is in the millions of dollars. But the Batman of 2019 has little value. Many people got the comic book, don't have any value. It's common. It's common. Easily got. So it has less value. People love things that's brand new. You would rather have a brand new house than a used house. You'd rather have a brand new car than a used car. You'd rather have fresh cooked food than frozen or leftovers. Brand new. So, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to get to? I want to say, if you want to be comedic, I applaud you. Go for it. If you want to be a black Muslim and try to be an Arab and go into and try to blend in with the Arab world, go for it. If you want to be a Moor and be a Muslim and try to be an Arab or whatever you want, whatever you want, what you try. I mean, you want to be an African or Aboriginal? Go for it. You do not hear me getting angry at people because they want to be a Christian or Moor or Hebrew Israelite. But don't get angry at me because the people deserve to hear another option. Something that is brand new. Something that is unique. The so-called Negro, the African American, soul brothers and sisters in this country, we are, now there are those who, and like I said, go for it. I applaud you. You say that you are African and you are Aboriginal and you know what tribe you come from, where you come from and all. I'm happy for you. I applaud. The majority of us who call ourselves African Americans, so-called Negro in America, we don't have that luxury. And guess what? For me, I don't want that luxury. You know why? Because I'm brand new. We are brand new. Going back to what Frederick Douglass said. He said, during his time, the so-called Negro in America is a new, unique people. And that mixture of people created by chattel slavery. Now, we are happy to see the child be born, but that child has nothing to do with the circumstances behind their birth. The child does not know whether his or her parents is married or unmarried, or maybe this child is coming into the world because of a rape, or this child is interracial. I'm half black and I'm half white. The child has no control over why I am here. The so-called Negro in America, we have no control over our creation. We have no control why we are here. I have no shame. So why should that child be shamed? Because, well, your mama and your daddy wasn't married, so that make you the B word. You should be ashamed to call a child the B word. If anybody's the B word, hey, what's up there, Brother Scott? If anybody is the B word, anybody that was in sin, it's the parents. A child has nothing to do with how they came into this world. It's not my fault that I was born and came from a place of slavery. I have nothing to do with that. It's not my fault. It is what it is. But the incredible, wonderful thing about it is when you embrace who you really are, then you start from scratch. Nobody else on the planet can do that. You start from scratch and you make your life the way you want to make it. And you're different. And you are unique. And you're new. When you're trying to be somebody else, those who are already there tell you what you should and should not do. So you are more, or you want to be a black Muslim or a Hebrew Israelite or whatever. Africa. So those in Africa dictate to you how you should act, how you should behave, what you should do to be a real African. You want to be an Arab, you want to be a Muslim. Those people who control that, already into that, tell you what you should and should not be able to do. And so you hear them all the time, you a fake Muslim. You some fake Jews, fake Hebrew Israelites. You a fake Egyptian. See, I don't have to worry about that because I'm brand new. I start from scratch. I'm brand new. I dictate my destiny. I dictate who and what I am. Even in your makeup, look. You are more than just African in your makeup. See, we cannot help where we come from. In our struggle, in the DNA of the brothers and sisters from the islands, we carry the DNA of the Aboriginal. We carry the DNA of the Peckerwood, all wrapped into one. And this makes you special because you carry the good and the bad of everybody. You a little bit of this, a little taste of this, a little taste of that, a smorgasbord. And you can move around more flexible, unique. Like the little baby was just born, brand new. Never been here before. So you are in a position to create your own culture. Matter of fact, see, oh wow. See, it's the natural thing to do because we are our own unique people. And if you look at us, we've tried creating our own language. They call it ghetto or whatever. But that's us. And whatever. It's us. You are being an African American. And everybody was trying to copy our boring-ass misfits. Entertainment and football and basketball or whatever. We run this show. It's all about us. Jimi Hendrix or Prince. How you doing there, MD20? I agree with Ados on that. Our own uniqueness. Ados should focus on something other than what they're doing because it's not going nowhere. It's never going to go nowhere. So they out here, the reparations thing is good as dead. So now what you gonna do? So it goes back to the visionary, the people with the plan, the ones who creative, the ones that have the mindset to bring this all together. If Ados really want to do something, take control of a state. Don't worry about the whole United States. Concentrate on something more realistic. And from there, you can go many places. And from there, you inspire the people once you show them how successful you are. Because you become successful, you can go on to conquer many, many other things. They're not going to give you reparations, so be smart enough, use the tools that they give you, and take your reparations. And take it whether they like it or not. You have to think different. You have to move different. You got to act different. When you act like a Hebrew Israelite, when you act like a Moor, when you act like a black Muslim, when you act, those things, these are titles, so you're stuck within the confines of that title. You should not want to do that. And you see, that's why they're not going nowhere. So I'm Ados, and Ados means such and such, so you're stuck within the confines of this title. You should want to be flexible. You should want to be able to, however it comes, you deal with it. That's the wonderful thing about martial arts. The more flexible, or even in boxing, or any discipline, the more flexible you are, the harder you are to defeat in that discipline, because you know a little bit of this and you know a little bit of that. But when you stuck and people understand where you're coming from, once they understand how you move, then they can find a way to beat you. So again, you will never hear me get angry at nobody if they want to be African, if they want to be ADOS, if they want to be a black Muslim or Hebrew or Kemetic or black Christian, whatever you want to be that. What is it doing for you? Where is it taking you? It's not getting you nowhere. So the people should have an option that was given to us by our ancestors, and it was given to us. It did not come from the Peckerwood, did not come from the Africans, did not come from the Chinese. My ancestors called themselves soul brothers and sisters. I live that. So I can determine what that is. An African can't tell me a damn thing. A Muslim can't tell me a damn thing. Nobody can't tell me nothing, because this is mine. And I make it for what it is. This mine. It belongs to me. Nobody can't tell me nothing. Now, if you want to be part of it, I would tell you what you need to do if you want to be part of this. I don't want to be part of you, because you old. 5,000, 1,000, 100 years, whatever. Y'all old. I'm a brand new baby. I'm unique. Let the dead rest in peace. Whenever something is born, something dies. All this stuff that y'all talking about need to die. It's outdated, it's archaic. Its time is over. Y'all holding on to it, trying to make it live. Let it die. You love your grandfather. And you love your great-grandmama and great-great-great-great. You would not want to live their life. That was their time. Do you understand? That was their time. This is your time. The baby that's just being born. This is their time. And you will die and get the hell out the way, and now that baby moves on forward and leave you behind. And soon that baby time will run out and another child be born and keep pushing. That's life. So it is with us as nations and tribes. It's the same thing. Let them die. Does this mean you can't hold on to something from your great-grandfather or from the past? That does not mean that. The problem is when you try to live like them. This is 2020. If they was able to live, do you think they would be doing the same thing they was doing 5,000 years ago? No, they would be doing something different. But you want to go back, try to put on clothes, dress the way they did back in Egypt time, and Hebrew Israelites want to dress up like a sheep herder. Ain't no damn sheep. Hey, what? We look crazy as hell. Elijah Muhammad taught, accept your own and be yourself. But he taught that you are a righteous. Hey, what's up there, Freddie? But he taught that we are righteous Muslims. No, we're not. We are the victims of a crime against humanity, and we are the result. We are a brand new people, just like we was created the same way they did. And remember, the Negro, what's up, twin? Remember, the black man and woman, our ancestors, our people, they was considered animals, treated like animals. They was property. So the same way that you see new breeds of dog, German Shepherd, Boxer, Rottweiler, Russian Wolfhound, whatever, all these different dogs, all these different kinds of cats, all these different kinds of horses and pigs. They did the same thing to us. Those animals are not the original, and they cannot go back, no matter how hard they try. No matter how hard a dog do, that dog cannot turn back to a wolf. It will never happen. You are a Negro. You are African American. You are whatever that you don't like. That's what we are. You're not Aboriginal. You're not African. No matter what you do, I don't care what clothes you put on. I don't care if you learn an African language. You can do the voodoo dance. You can do whatever the hell you want to. You will never be those people because you're not them and you never was them. You never lived in Africa. You never lived on a reservation in a teepee out on the plains or however the Native Americans live in this country. You know nothing about that at all. Accept your own, be yourself. And the thing about being a brand new people is we don't carry any baggage. These other suckers that y'all talking about, when you study their history, they can be accused of murder and rape and pedophilia and war crimes, and the list goes on and on. Except the blood when the slave master sent you to war, sent you to Vietnam, sent you to World War II, World War I, Spanish-American War, wherever they sent you. But that has nothing to do with us as a people. You have no blood on your hands. Even this God cannot charge you with a sin because you just got here. This God cannot say, well, you're guilty. No, we was born victims. We never had a chance to control our lives, live independent like others. We've always been victims. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to start from scratch. Nobody can accuse you of nothing. You are holding yourself back because you want to try to be something that you're not. You have no connection to none of these people. You have no contribution to none of their history. That's why they don't talk about your happy ass. Native people do not talk about you because you're not connected to them. Yes, you carry some of their DNA. Yes, you could be in their family tree, but you're not them. You're not them. The only way you can be them is you have to be pure, and you're not. You're not pure. And some of these people claim they believe in DNA. Your DNA which is bogus, but Even the DNA tell you, you're not pure nothing. Well, my DNA tell me I'm African. No, it don't. It tell you 20% African, this African, you're 30% that African, 5% that African. You're not pure nothing. And then you keep talking about our African DNA supposed to come from West Africa. Then when you get that DNA test, it's full of all kinds of stuff. Some of y'all even got Chinese DNA, Asian DNA. But the bottom line is you mixed. So if you mixed, you cannot claim something that is pure. Once you dilute something, it's no longer pure. Did you know there's no such thing as pure gold? Because gold is a soft metal. In order for you to handle gold, they have to put a certain amount of iron, I believe iron in it, to make it a little hard so they can handle the gold. So when you buy jewelry and all like that, it's not 100%. Two, it's a soft, the metal is too soft. You are not pure nothing. You're not a pure Hebrew Israelite, or a pure black Muslim, or a pure Egyptian, or pure, you're not pure anything. There you go, trying to force the white man don't want to be around you. So here you go. You want to try to force yourself in their neighborhood. Try to force yourself to be accepted by them. So now, you blackity black, black, you don't want to be around the white man like that no more. So force yourself on Native Americans. Force yourself on Africans. Force yourself on these people. And none of these people talk about you. They're not into you like that. I don't see nowhere where Native Americans are making videos talking about even the dark-skinned Native Americans. You do not see them making videos, or I want to connect with my African-American Negro brothers and sisters who's lost out there. Where the videos at? You don't see Africans making a lot of videos. I sure miss my lost cousins in America. You the only one silly and obsessed like that. These people don't give a damn about you. Let me say this, and let's call it a night. Just because somebody is related to you don't mean they care. I have relatives, and I go through Houston, Texas all the time. I don't never stop and visit my relatives in Houston, Texas. They might give me a piece of bread, and they might not give me a piece of bread. These are my biological, get along with your mother, your father, brothers and cousins. These are your biological people. You since you was born. And they wouldn't give you a place to lay your head down. They would rather you be homeless on the street. But for some reason, these people 3,000, 5,000 miles away, however far away Africa is, they just love you so much, and they don't even know you. You're not biologically related to them. To nobody. You do a DNA test, but it don't tell you about certain people, a family, a tribe. I'm an African. Related to what family? I'm an Aboriginal. Related to what family? family in the United States is Johnson, Bennett, Rays. So if you related to Africans, who are you related to over there? Nobody. You go to Africa as a visitor, as a tourist. You have no relatives that's going to take you in. Not one. Most of you don't even have a friend. A person on the continent that's a friend. You don't even have that either. I say, stop joking around. Let's get serious. Let's be like Prince. And let's go crazy. Let's use our brain. Let's open our mind. Since y'all into the universe, why don't you allow your mind to speak to this universe? So this universe, you can connect to the heavens, and the heavens give you the answers that you're looking for. Give you vision, give you the plan. But see, you don't even have to do all that because the foundation is already here. I already brought it to you. It's called the Mississippi Campaign. The Mississippi Campaign brings all this to light. A new people, a unique people, doing your own thing. Like James Brown used to say, I'm getting ready to get up and do my thing. That's what the Godfather of Soul said. I'm getting ready to get up and do my thing. Not your thing, not her thing. This is my thing. We need to be getting up and get ready to do my thing, our thing. I'm not interested trying to copy Africans or Aboriginals. Their time is over. The time is gone. Let the dead rest in peace. Go visit the grave. Hold on to a memento. This used to belong to my grandmother, her scarf. These boots used to belong to my grandfather. Hold on to some memento. But this is our time. This is your life. Let the dead rest in peace. Get on board the soul train and become the brand new, unique people with soul that you are. And ain't nobody can tell you nothing because we doing our thing. And I said this too. I wasn't going to fill out the census. I went on and filled out the census because I wanted to put in the other category. They said, are you black, white, and all that stuff. I put, I'm a soul man. I wonder what they think about that. And I wrote a little note. I reject the concept of race. I'm a soul man. Wonder what they're going to think about that one. So on that note, let me get out of here. And we are unique. We're special. And we're brand new. We're sin-free. We are in the position to show humanity how they should have been living all the time. We can do that. We can do that. But you cannot lead the other earthlings on the planet when you're trying to be like them. I don't want to be like them. I want to be different. I want to be special. I want to be unique. I want to be the living example of the righteousness that the Bible and Quran and these religious and spiritual folks, the only thing they can do is talk about it, but they cannot be about it. It's just empty words. Man, I can see, I have a vision. I have a vision. We are a beautiful people. If only you understood your potential. Malcolm X, of course, is a beautiful brother. But we do ourselves a disservice when we say, I am Malcolm X. I'm not Malcolm X. The only one who can be Malcolm X is Malcolm X. When you say, I am Malcolm X, then you are limiting yourself to Malcolm X and his time. Malcolm X's time expired February of 1965. So if you are Malcolm X, then you stuck in February 1965. We don't want to do that. It's 2020 now. Time moves on. We live, do our time, and we die. Somebody else take our place, and life moves forward. You keep following these black Muslims and the Hebrew Israelites and the Moorish Temple and all these Kemetic folks and all this blackity black stuff, instead of coming into the world brand new. These people want you to go back in time where everybody is in a grave. Because they're not living, they're in a grave. I call those Kemetic folks, I call them grave robbers. Because that's all Kemetic, metaphysical science, that's all it is. They grave robbers. The Egyptians had no intent to share nothing with nobody. That was not their intent. They desecrated the burial grounds, and then they deciphered the hieroglyphics or whatever, and they took the information. They took the actual bodies, the information and the bodies. They grave robbers with your metaphysical ass. And then you made up a word. No Egyptian taught you nothing. No real Hebrew Israelite taught you nothing. No real Moor taught you nothing. Nobody from the past taught you nothing. They're all dead. They're all gone. Let them rest in peace. You can't go back. I don't care how many fezzes you put on your head. I don't care how much you talk about Allah Akbar. You cannot be them. They're gone. This is a new day, a new time. Our people lost in the past. Either they are lost in the past or they stuck in spaceships somewhere. They flying out of their body, going to other realms or whatever, out in the universe, whatever. So they cannot relate to reality. They're either trying to go back to the past or they trying to go out into other dimensions somewhere. Everything except deal with what we know. What we know. That little baby was just born, Planet X, and these different realms and flying out the body and spaceship. They're not gonna talk about that. That baby is on what they know. Just like every other life force on this planet deals with what it has to deal with. The only one who can go to planet X and fly out their body and go to these different dimensions. The only one who can do that is human beings, because your brain have the capability to imagine. Imagination is good. It also can be bad. You can imagine things that's realistic. Then you can imagine things like Superman flying around, stopping bullets and all this other X-ray vision and heat vision, all this. That's not realistic. How would that work? Laser beams from their eyes. You know what I mean? Scientifically. See, in the world of fiction, there has to be a logical explanation why you can do this. So we're dealing with a bunch of people around us. They're not logical. They have no reason. They don't use common sense. And you really expect to be going somewhere. Really. On that note, let me get out of here. I thought I was going to do 20 minutes. It never. I can't do 20 minutes. I keep trying to do this 20-minute thing. And I could have actually said what I wanted to say in 20 minutes, but oh, well. Anyway, I enjoyed being with us. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe. Some of you may not be getting notifications. Is all. And you should have any problems. Shouldn't have any problem. Never know about YouTube. All right. Thank you for listening. And as always important, our soul brother Dr. Cornelius always said, I wish love, peace, and so we out.